Welcome to the MPE Vision Podcast. Man, we're going to talk about the Corey Holcomb and Antoine Daniels interview. Man, I was looking forward to that interview. I was looking forward to it because here you got both sides. You got Corey Holcomb. Everybody, hey, this is why people love Corey Holcomb. Now, I don't love Corey Holcomb nor Antoine Daniels. I love Corey Holcomb when Zoe Williams was there. Not just because she's from Chattown, from Chattanooga, not just because he's from the south side of Alton Park, where, my favorite portion of Chattown, Alton Park, Park City. I used to go to Park City when I used to go visit my uncle right off Rossville Avenue. You know what I'm saying? Not just because of that, because he created a balance in the whole thing. Because a lot of times, Corey go all to hell with it. And I hate that. And I'm like, Zoe Williams created the mature portion of it. And Corey Holcomb he goes all the way left field. So I hated when Zoe left. I hated it too when Zoe fired on Avery Spears because that was jacked up. I didn't like that. But they was having a great conversation. It went crazy when, of course, I've always, doggone Corey Holcomb going to insult Antoine Daniels. Now, I agree with him. I feel like, yes, Mr. Antoine Daniels kind of suck up to that party, which you recall the Republican Party, which I can't stand because they represent the regular people with the money, and I've seen them over the years. You talking about now? I'm not talking against the dead, but I'm talking about from Reagan to excuse me, I forgot, from Reagan to Bush Senior. And of course, after Bush Senior, because I think Bush Senior did 2 terms. And we got, my favorite was Clinton. I loved Clinton. I didn't like that 3 strikes bullshit that he did. Yeah, you got a lot of cats locked up forever because of that, Clinton. I didn't like that. But I like Clinton. He was the only one I did like. Then Bush Jr. came in, wrecked the whole thing. And then Obama came in. And Obama, he could have did more. He did do the Obamacare, and he did a couple of things. But I feel like he could have did a lot more. And not just because he black, that's not it. Just because, representing the line. And then, of course, you got Trump after that. Then, of course, you got Biden. I wasn't big on Biden, but I'd rather Biden than the other one because I'm always into the poor people. I'm always to the have-nots. I won't say what I'll never be. I'll never be just for the full. And we talking about Republicans who they crap on the middle class. That's why I want this independent party to come along. And of course, Antoine gonna talk about, oh yeah, blacks were independent. We're Republican. You talking about the 1800s. Go back to your history. Now you don't even have to do that. You got AI now. After the Great Depression and after the Civil Rights Movement, blacks started voting Democrat. Why? Because of the policies. But not getting off the subject. Okay, going back with the Antoine, excuse me, Corey Holcomb and Antoine. Corey Holcomb basically insulted Antoine, and Antoine Daniels insulted him back. That's a given. Instead of him taking control, I'm talking about Corey, of the actual interview, he should have said, like, hey man, we ain't gonna do that. But he just spazzed out. Dude, if that's not what you're about, that's not what you're about. Cool out, man. That's not what you're about. We're not going to the hood. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, we're gonna go back to the hood. If somebody do that, do say that through the hood every time, dude. You know when cats playing ball, nigga, suck my do. They do that all the time. You know that. But most of the time they're friends when they do it. So let's not go into this hood versus non-hood bullshit. I'm trying to tell you, bro. That's the only time I crash out is when we talking about the hood stuff. Leave it alone, bro. Leave it alone. Let's get into politics. I'm just so glad that we're talking about it. I want the independent party to go, like I said. I've said it before. You talking about the Democratic plantation? I agree a bit. But the Republicans ain't for us. They're not for the have-nots. And like I say, if I was to be able to be rich, I'm still going to vote for that. Still going to vote for it. Because when you get into poverty, you're getting not only to the money part, you get into a mindset. Okay, if you're blessed to come from the hood, be poor, and able to elevate yourself, that's great. That's why Corey Holcomb clapped. Because his elevation was comedy. But one thing I just can't say about Corey don't crap on the poor people. And poor people identify with Corey more because he's a guy, he's fun. He's funny. He the dude that you invite to the barbecue. He the dude that you play, not dice, a little bit of dice. Kids don't get in that. But dominoes, spades. He that fun cat. Antoine Daniels is the more serious. Okay, let's get our money. And I'm going to talk about that as well. About that Antoine Daniels getting his money thing. Yeah, we got to talk about it because that's the reason why I went on and pushed this line, because a lot of people are leaving a lot of spaces in these conversations. A lot of spaces that's not being filled. Mr. Corey Holcomb could have went on and pushed that conversation. Hey, man, we're not doing that. Okay. Because I really do believe all he could have said to Antoine, we're not doing that. Antoine, hold on. Let's pause this right quick. He could have been mature, but we all know Corey thought he can dominate Antoine Daniels. And he found out different. Because that's the reason why I don't look at Antoine, because he tried to dominate not only the conversation, not only for clicks and likes, and everybody keep talking about this thing with Shay and doggone Cat and no. Stop chasing that, man. Let's just let's get in here to learn. I'm just thankful y'all talking about it, to be perfectly honest with you. I don't agree with Antoine at all. Like I said, he talks about the 18th. Dude, that's back then. You do your history, and now you don't even have to read no more. I do AI. Blacks start being Democrats through the 40s, 50s, because the Brown versus education with Thurgood Marshall. And then you had, John F. Kennedy. He was a Democrat because of the policies. Listen to the policies of the Republicans. Do they tend to poor people? Hell no. Are there some people lazy on the poor side? Of course. But you're looking at a person, I've worked 16 hours and I am the blue collar of America and have worked so hard and worked myself a little bit, not a little bit, into bad health. So right now, I'm trying to pay attention to my health. And I ain't about just money. And we're going to talk about that. It's a part 1 video. We're going to go part 2. Because I want for people to realize, because Antoine Daniels keep throwing this God thing. And we're going to jump on that on part 2. Keep throwing God in the mix. And we got, bruh, be careful with that, bruh. Be careful with that. I'm about to come back to you in 1 minute, a couple seconds. The MPE Vision Podcast, part 1 of Antoine versus, excuse me, of Corey Holcomb versus Antoine discussion. Coming right back to you. This part one.